Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to My Weekly Meltdowns coverage of Big Brother 21, week 7. It's been a week. It's only Tuesday. I think Deborah and I, what did we refer to ourselves as earlier today? Polished turds?
Yes, polished turds.
Polished turds, because we tried to polish and look better because we both feel like we look like, you know what I'm saying. So Kim is going to be joining us here in about 20 minutes, and
She's stuck on the toilet. She's on the Twitter.
The IBS is kicking in. You know, what do you do? What can you do? You can't do anything. We've got Ms. Price 1017 in the chat. Hello, darling, and Daryl Turner. Hello, everyone. Lot going on in the Big Brother house. A lot, but then again, not a lot. Tommy's HOH. Hey, Mars. Tommy's HOH. He nominated Cliff and Kat. We had America's Field Trip, which consisted of Sis, Mickey, and Christy. Mickey won. He's safe this week. Sis came in second. Christy lost. She became the third nominee. We had the veto ceremony. They had the veto competition. Tommy won, took off Christy. Now it's just Cliff and Kat. And 1 minute Cliff is going. The next minute Kat's going.
You just don't even know.
Hello, Chris Anderson in the chat. Oh, the humping. Oh, yes. We have so much to cover. You guys, right before Ms. Price brought this up in the chat, I saw this on Twitter. Holly and Jackson went from breaking up to let's be discreet while we have sex on camera.
That is so discreet.
They are so discreet. So discreet. So discreet. Right in the bed next to, I think, who is it? Christy
and Annalise, maybe?
Oh, well, they're Annalise used to. I just want everyone to know it's been
somebody, Christy and somebody. And it's horrible. Like, to do that next to somebody. Why can't they go up to the have-not room and fuck?
I don't know. By the way, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper out of a wine glass because I don't drink alcohol.
Because she's just in that kind of mood.
I'm in that kind of mood.
Seriously, why can't they go up to the have-not room to shag?
Christy insists. Oh, for God's sake, because they've worn out their that room has seen more sex this year than I think ever in the history of Big Brother. And guys, hopefully Kim can shed some. She's our live feed queen, but so Nick, there's so much. I don't even know. My ADD is really kicking it. Maybe it's the Dr. Pepper. I don't know. So Nick and Sis are now bed buddies. Am I to understand?
I think they were just snuggling in the HOH bed because I think they were sleeping with Tommy. And I think Tommy was on the other end of that bed.
Okay.
I think it was after the Never Have I Ever game where they were drinking and, you know, everybody had alcohol and they finished their game. And I think they were just snuggling. I don't think it is anything. I don't think, you know, there was anything sexual going on.
I'm going to share my Twitter screen real quick.
Bella is
all
kind of distancing herself from him because of the situation.
She's got it on her page. I mean, Nick cuddling an HOH bed, eyes open, and here's the camera zoom in. There he is with Sis. There they are.
There wasn't any kissing, though.
No, but okay, but let's just play, trying to find where let's just play devil's advocate here. Your boyfriend is on Big Brother 22. Okay. And he's pulling, let's see, he's busting this move out on a chick. What's Deb doing?
Oh.
Come on, Deb. What are you doing?
Planet. No, I can't even say. I wouldn't even say it out loud. I can't say that shit out loud. But
you know what Allison would do?
Yeah, you're planning shit. You're planning shit.
I am
Burning this house down.
I'm a tiny person. I'm 4'11". I would strap my ass to a drone. I would fly over the house with a flamethrower and burn that shit to the ground. Do you understand me? No, no. You don't.
Yeah,
You don't do
maybe go pick up some strange just for, for shits and giggles, just to be a bitch.
I mean,
Maybe.
I feel bad for Bella. I mean, I know a lot of people, whatever. It is what it is, but I'm not going in the Big Brother house having a whatever you want to call it, a showmance with someone, and then just because you're lonely and it gets to you. I just think this is kind of ridiculous, even if nothing's going on.
Yeah, it's a little different. Snuggling in the dark.
Ooh, hold on. We have a quote. Hold on. We got some. So Mars said Bella should ask her pre-BB boyfriend what to do in this situation. Ooh, it's true. I don't know. Where's this flamethrower?
Yeah, what did he do?
What is this? What is this Rebecca saying? When he talked about her squirting, I wanted to jump through the computer and punch him in the face. What does that mean, Rebecca? What happened? Who is this we're talking about? Are we talking about Jack?
Bella? No, apparently Bella squirts.
Oh.
When they have sex.
Didn't need that.
No, they're not kissing.
Okay. Well, look, here's the thing. She had written something about it, about how she's no longer supporting him in the house because of this. And, and then she turns around and says there's two sides to every story. It is what it is. I mean,
here's the thing with the Big Brother house. It's very stressful. Very, very stressful. And to be able to have someone to hold you or just to have some physical contact is helpful for stress levels. But to do that in the dark is sketchy. One thing if you wanted to kind of snuggle a little bit, during the day where everybody can see you, the lights are on, there's no privacy or anything like that, maybe just a back rub or, something if you need that physical touch.
What is that noise?
That would be the dearest little kitten playing with her little mousy toy. Yeah. She's having a good old time. She is playing like crazy. Is it working your nerves?
Yes. Can you remove it from the cat?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Please.
Poor little kitten.
Don't make me write a memo. If Bella and Nick breaks up,
has a nervous breakdown. We have to take this away.
I will have a nervous breakdown. It's that kind of week. Yeah. It's Tuesday, and it's just. Oh, I don't know. I think Christy had speaking of nervous breakdowns, Christy is beside herself because she can't believe that America voted her into the field trip.
Okay.
Introduce the baby.
Okay, here's the baby. And the baby thinks you're a bitch.
Of course. Well, it's that kind of day. Wouldn't be the first one today.
Little baby. Little baby.
So sweet. Oh. Mine's down here, a lump on him. Yeah, he's under the. If I jump, it's because he's biting me.
Little sweetie.
Well, guys, tell us how you're feeling about Big Brother. Ask us some questions because we're kind of lost without Kim right now because we don't have a lot of info. I've actually had a lot of stuff going on personal wise. My son was in a bad wreck. I've been occupied with that. Yes, he's fine. I don't know. We're not really up on what's going on. It shouldn't even be called the Big Brother live feed show. It's just Allison mumbling about absolutely nothing and cat noises. So
who's going as of now?
Okay, so here's what I've heard. Okay, I've heard a million different scenarios. There's a new 6. Okay, here we go. And forgive me if I'm saying this wrong. Tigran Pedatusians. I don't know how to read. There's a new 6.
Yeah, okay, I don't know.
Christy, Tommy, Sis, Nick, Cliff, Nicole. Now, here's the thing. So they're definitely getting rid of Cliff no, Kat is what I've heard. And let me tell you why this is a good thing. Okay. You don't really know where Kat is. She's all over the place.
She's back and forth.
Back and forth. She will win HOH. There's always that chance because she wins comps. She really does. And you don't want someone like her being HOH.
And her iffy relationship with what the hell's her name? Beth. They're calling her Beth now. I don't know. That's what Answer Watch calls her.
Beth, I heard, is Holly's other personality or something, or is that?
Yeah, that's her alter ego, apparently. But yeah, they have a very iffy personality. People aren't quite sure whether or not they knew each other previous to coming into the house. So not knowing that is a good reason to get rid of her.
Yeah, she needs to go. I love Kat. As you can see in our background, I have a picture.
I love that picture.
It's like freaking Cindy Lou Who. It's hilarious. I saw this Sunday night and I stopped everything and took a picture of it.
And the other thing is that she keeps on telling everybody that Jackson is her target. Yet last week, when she had the opportunity to vote him out, she did not.
We don't know. We don't know where she's at. We really don't.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, she keeps on telling people, yeah, Jackson's my target. Jackson's my target. And then they have this relationship with Holly, and then Holly's with Jackson, and then she doesn't take the opportunity to vote out Jackson. So it just gives the appearance that they are all working together, which makes them a very powerful trio. She has to go.
We have some comments. Mars has been with me since the beginning. To be honest, I have turned from a super fan to BB casual the last 2 weeks. I understand. I'm there with you. I put up with the show so I can get rewarded with my weekly meltdown. We love you, Mars. I'm serious. Like I'm less motivated by the minute. Rebecca Hurley wants to know, why is production letting this cast get away with so much?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Very good question.
Because do you see have-nots happening? No, have-nots stopped after Jackson's little meltdown while he was on have-nots. So last week, there were no have-nots. This week, there were no have-nots. And I think it's because of him. I think they really fear, because last week, if it was, the first 3 people out of the competition, it would have been him. And so they didn't have-nots. So did they just discontinue them just to be sure that he doesn't go on have-nots?
It's amazing how things just disappear. There's no more have-nots unless they didn't. We just don't freaking know about it. It's ridiculous. It is a big brother staple. Slop. Remember when it was PB&J all the time? And then it turned into slop. Now
I could live on PB&J.
I could live on PB&J too, honey. Don't even get me started. Let's see. We've got some more comments in here. Tigran has something to say. It's going to be a 3-3 vote. It's Nicole's swing vote. She said that Kat could win and keep her safe, but Cliff is more loyal, but he is less likely to win comps because of his leg. I think they need...
I disagree with that, because a lot of the comps now are mental.
It's going to be more mental now, I believe. I agree. And also, I feel... Here's my problem. Sis. Okay, my problem child this week is Annalise. She's getting on my last nerve. She made a comment this week about how if they keep Cliff, he's going to have to start winning shit. Excuse me? HOH and Camp Comeback. Okay, somebody, what has Sis won besides unlimited access to
Jackson's Stick?
Yeah. What has Annalise won? I'm listening. Me and my Dr. Pepper here, nothing. Absolutely nothing. If Nicole, oh, that girl better vote out Kat. You can't keep her. It's just not, it's not good. Yep, crickets. We've got crickets. I should bring up the cricket sound on my phone.
Yeah, and the fact that Nicole has confided in her with some things and they have gone straight back to whoever it was that they were talking about, it is enough reason that she has to go because she talks too much. She's playing both sides of the house. She's got to go.
And another thing is they are getting away with tons of shit this year, and they're not really getting called out on it. I think maybe they're going to leave that to Julie Chen Moonves because she obviously did it with Jack, brought up a lot of stuff.
Needed to bring up more. Just saying.
Yeah. Excuse me. It's the Dr. Pepper, not me. So yeah, they are getting away with a lot. I don't know. Like, how many people out there have kind of just really stuck to just watching the show 3 days a week and have given up on the feeds? I mean, has the show plateaued? Have we reached a point where I'll be honest with you, I think they paid too much attention to that crap Love Island. I watched 2 half episodes, I guess a full episode. Yep, Tyrion, she's with it. Here's the thing. Is Love Island over?
It's over.
Okay, did someone win?
Apparently, somebody did.
That's how it's gone. So they spent too much money and time on that. They couldn't even keep a Big Brother contestant on that show. And here's the thing. Yeah, a lot of people are raising their hands. Chris, Rebecca, yeah, all of us. We're just kind of like, whatever. Mickey's mom wants to cut off the feeds and sue CBS. That's true. You know what? Someone told me that the letters that show the other day, do you really think that Mickey's mom's doing all this stuff, or is that just fake news? What do you think?
Well, what I think is it's a distinct possibility considering Mickey and how he acts. There's this. Will you shut up, Kitty? Please. Do you hear her?
Oh,
She's going.
She's got something to say.
Y'all, hush, hush, girl, hush. Oh, you're so cute. You need to go live with your daddy. Go live with your daddy. So anyway, she's going to live with her hot daddy soon.
Oh.
Anyway, but considering Mickey and the way he acts. There's a distinct possibility that his mother could be like that. And that's the reason he is an asshole.
Let me ask you something, because she's sitting there saying that they're making him do all this stuff. Did they make him quietly have sex with Holly last night? I'm just curious. I didn't see any production.
Literally shoved his dick. Yes.
I didn't see anyone under there, although it looked a little weird to me. I'm still trying to figure out the dynamics of what's happening, but I didn't see anyone doing it. You know what I mean?
He was getting her from behind.
Well, I know that.
Yes.
Anyway, I don't want to.
And the production was under the bed, pushing the bed up and down.
The bed. It was the bed.
Hip would gyrate, and then his penis fell into her vagina.
Oh, here we go. Chris Anderson said fake from what McCrae has found. Oh, okay. So
Chris Anderson is drunk ass motherfucker.
Who's drunk ass motherfucker?
You don't know drunk ass motherfucker?
No, who's drunk ass motherfucker?
Chris Anderson.
Chris Anderson, you're a drunk ass motherfucker?
He's my friend.
How do we know that? Huh?
He's my friend because he's my friend.
Oh, I didn't know. I never. Yeah, he's raised okay. Jackson was not as bad as Chima. What do you have to say about that?
I think there's a lot more story to Chima than we know, apparently. I don't know if you've read some of the things, but apparently production had it in for her because she had said something derogatory about Julie Chen, I think.
Oh, that's a big no-no.
And then after that, they started harassing her. And I guess it kind of ended in her, having the meltdown. But yeah. So they kind of had it in for her, and we're giving her a hard time. We'll have to find that paragraph that she had written.
They're saying she threw her mic. I remember she threw her mic in the pool, and then they're saying, and she never went to the DR.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember it. I
remember Willie Hantz also. I remember them showing him going to the DR, and then he went to sit down, and they're like, "Nope, don't even sit down. Go on. We need you to go this way."
Yep. Keep on coming.
She never wanted to put her mic on. There's so much crap. Like, that's a good topic, something that we could really touch on. It is kind of odd to me this year. I have noticed a lot more. They are getting away with a lot more stuff. Loose lips, just really. But this is what happens, people, when they cast a bunch of recruits and Instagram, social media whores. And to be perfectly honest with you, in my dream scenario, they will wipe the slate clean, and next year for BB22, they cast real people. I think they should put a bunch of bloggers, a bunch of vloggers, a bunch of diehard fans, all shapes, sizes, colors, from whatever, and throw them in the house, and you will see some drama. You will see some anxiety. You will see some blood shed. It won't be any of this sitting around. It is just a sex show. And it's like, I can't understand why Annalise is still there. She's only there because of Jack. She hasn't won anything. She doesn't do anything. And then you have someone like Holly, who's got is protected by pretty much everyone, and laying up with one of the most hated people in the house, but yet still safe to some degree.
But one thing I do have to say about Jackson.
Oh, wait a minute. She won a punishment. Yes, Terrigan. She did win a punishment.
She won a punishment.
She won a punishment. She's in a chicken soup, a nasty ass chicken soup. Can you imagine what that shit smells like?
But the one thing I do have to say about Jackson is him being very aware of the situation, that America does not like them. Annalise and Christy are trying to, and everybody else is trying to, spin it to something that it's not. And Jackson's very aware that there's no way that, any fan would vote their favorites into do this competition, knowing what the consequences are. So
now, if we look at the three that got voted into the field trip, Jackson, that's a given. And Annalise, that's pretty much a given as well. Now, Christy, I don't hate Christy.
I don't hate Christy either.
But she is annoying. And I'm annoying as fuck. So if you're annoying you've got to be really bad. I just, I don't hate her, but I don't know. Okay, Kim is coming in. Kim.
Hey,
there she is. We've been killing it without you.
I was listening. You know what? Actually, I was listening to you on my way home.
God.
And I was like, oh my God, you people.
Yeah, we're bad. We're bad tonight. Here, I'm going to do one more comment real quick before we get started with Kim. Mars said, only problem with a house full of BB fans is everybody's going to lay low the first 50 days, build great relationships, and throw comps early. The season will be boring.
I don't think so.
I don't know. That it's a good point, but then again, I'm going to act like I'm laying low, but I'm really not laying low, kind of thing. And then, yeah. Kim, what
you need to fill it with savages.
What is going on in the Big Brother? Please help us.
Oh my God. Actually, there's a lot going on, which is kind of surprising. Nicole really, I heard you guys talking about Nicole being the swing vote. She really isn't, because she came right out and told Cliff that she was keeping him, that she's going to vote out Kat. So in theory, it's going to be Jackson, Holly, and Jackson, Holly, and probably Jess are going to vote out Cliff. Okay. Until Jackson and Holly get word that the majority are voting out Kat, then they will probably jump on board to vote her out. I think she might get one pity vote from Jess, and that's it.
Jess, who's gone back to being completely.
Yeah, hello. Like when you yeah, like when she said Jess just now, Deb, I'm like, who? Oh,
Jessica, I know, right? She's gone back to being furniture. She's hanging right there. You know, if Kat didn't have, or if freaking Sis didn't have that chicken outfit, she'd be irrelevant still too. But oh, by the way, have you seen some of the eggs she's cooked? Oh my God! Number one, she's adding salt to hollandaise sauce like Heather Lee Cameron adds salt to everything. It was nasty looking. I was like, oh my God, you don't add salt like that, girl.
is she only allowed to eat eggs as a chicken?
Well, I think it's cannibalism, but yeah, she has to cook them, crack them, cook them, and eat them.
Oh, we've got to, Bill,
and feed everybody.
Bill,
Yeah.
you need to come back on the show, please. He says the most likable thing about Jackson is that he's aware that he's hated. True.
Yes,
Absolutely.
true. Yeah, I just said that.
He's got total self-awareness. That, I mean, even Sis was like, no, I don't think America hates us. I think America actually really loves us. And Jackson's like, yeah, no. This was not a love vote. This was a hate vote. We are hated. Sorry.
He said it on Sunday's show. I mean, he flat out said, no, they hate us. That's it. Yeah, and it's true. But like I was saying before you came on, Kim, I get the whole Jackson thing. I get the whole Sis thing. To me, Christy, I'm not a big fan. I think she's really annoying. I'm an annoying person, so if I think you're annoying, you're really annoying. But I don't think has she really done anything along the lines of something that Jack has done or Jackson has done or anything like that? Is it just fun to hate Christy?
You know what? I think that the Christy hate is multi-layered. I think part of it is the fact that she and Tommy go way back, like childhood friendships, hashtag childhood friends on her Instagram. And it would be a twist if there were multiple pairs or multiple trios in there, but there's not. Okay, right. But you do have the Kat and Holly thing going on. Oh, yeah, and Beth is not really her alter ego. I'm sure. Do you guys not remember David couldn't remember her name and called her Beth?
No, I thought that was her alter ego.
No, that's when the fandom, nobody, if you notice, nobody in the house calls her Beth other than they did for a little while, and that was all because David didn't remember her name when he came back.
God bless David.
And he called her Beth. But, you know, so Holly and Kat definitely have a pre-existing relationship, but not quite as tight. But at the same time, they both had an inkling that they were each coming in. They essentially got to pregame before they came in the house, which also is not fair. No. Then you've got the Tommy and Christy thing, which it didn't appear that they knew each other were coming into the house. But once they were in the house, you're not automatically going to align with someone you've known for the last 10 years? Come on. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Alex from BB9 was Tommy's former boss.
Alex Caldonado?
Huh?
Alex Caldonado?
Yes. He also, Staten Island, was Tommy's former boss. And so he was coaching. Kat was getting coached. So there's so many pre-existing relationships, but only with certain people, which doesn't really make it a twist. It makes it kind of an unfair advantage.
An unfair advantage of, yes. Definitely.
But you know what? It is what it is. And Cliff yesterday Christy made the mistake of saying, yeah, we're only 3 exits away from each other. And then she backpedaled and she goes, oh, but like the exit's like I'm 220 and Then there's like 223 and then 227 and then 229. So it's actually like 10 miles, even though it's only 3 exits, blah, blah, blah. And Cliff was like, well, that's close enough that you guys could actually know each other.
Ooh.
Dig, you got this. You got this. But at this point, Cliff is better joking it off and playing dumb, because if he actually makes a point of going, hey, maybe they know each other, and spreading that around the house, guess who's not going to be safe? Cliff.
Yeah, you gotta keep that shit on lock. I mean, seriously, 100%. That's a smart thing to do instead of running around. I think some of these idiots think if they just give up this information that it's going to do them some good, like Jackson trying to stir the pot, or you know, saying, "Oh, wait a minute, who said that Holly Jackson and Kat knew each other? Who was that?" Jack. Like, why? Keep that to yourself. And you maybe use it to your advantage later. Yeah, Cliff, that FBI agent, get it, King. Yeah.
I would be dropping that bomb. I would have been holding on to that and dropping that bomb. That's one you would drop when you're making your final speech on live.
Heck yeah.
And you drop it right then and there and go, hey, you know what? I mean, if the votes are starting to sound like they're really close, Cliff could drop that bomb and go, well, in case any of the rest of you didn't notice during the talk the other day, and Christy brought up that it's 3 exits difference between she and Tommy. Now, how would she know that if they have not talked about where they live or where they work? Yeah, she's in Jersey, but her store is in Staten Island. And immediately she started justifying those 3 exits and throwing side eyes over at Tommy.
And then they became 10 exits.
You guys look at her right now. Either she's avoiding eye contact with him right now, or why does she keep looking over at him?
Yeah.
So if you want to split up that pair, you're going to keep me, because I know. I caught it in case any of the rest of you didn't, and we can do something about this. And I'd drop that bomb and say, go vote.
And the other thing is that Tommy and Christy were talking weeks ago about the fact that they know each other, and that Christy is saying perhaps if they make it to the finals, if she makes it to the finals, she could use that in her speech.
Dude, that'd be the stupidest thing ever.
Exactly. She would drop that bomb that, you know, that they knew each other and nobody figured it out. And I'm like, yeah, would kill your game.
Wrong bomb, wrong place. Sorry, girl. But what I found interesting was last night they were playing, I just love Nicole. She's too good for that house. That's all there is.
Too pure.
So last night when they were playing 2 Truths and a Lie, or no, I'm sorry.
Never Have I Ever.
I love that.
And Nicole was like, yeah, okay, I'm out of here. Now the entire house is in the HOH room with the exception of Jackson, who's working out. That's it. Everybody else was in there. And Nicole's like, yeah, you know what? I'm out of here. Cliff stuck around, I'm sure, because that's what you do. You don't want to be the one to leave the room, especially when you're on the block and Kat's still in there. So he kind of had to partake. But Nicole was like, yeah, not my kind of game, and got up, took her beer with her, left, and then did her public service announcements while making the bed down there. She's like, just so you know, if you're like one of the odd ones out, or if you're referred to as, you know, being one of the outsiders or things like that, it's okay. Just know it's okay to walk away from that and go on and do your thing. And kids, you know, Miss Nicole is, you know, that's not something that I would do. So I'm not going to stick around in there. I'm trying to set a good example for these kids. And yes, I do have a beer here, but everything in moderation. And I'm only drinking 1 beer so that I'm not out of control with everybody else up there. And it's like,
She's too pure. Too pure.
Oh, well,
But I do have to say that I think that the people in the house understand why she left.
yeah, but she said it to preschoolers, so that's weird.
Yeah, because she said
Well.
she was telling them to practice safe sex. And she was talking to preschoolers, so it's just like,
okay, maybe she was talking to
then.
their parents, the preschoolers. I don't know.
Yeah, or just, when they grow up.
Just in general.
Here's another comment. Someone said, I thought Christy and Tommy discussed not revealing the truth until all votes are locked in. Like if they are the final two.
They're not going to be the final two anyway. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tommy might get there. Christy's not going to get there. Actually, I don't think Tommy's going to get there, but I would kind of like him to, because I think he's playing one of the best games in there right now. But
He's got a great social game. Great social game. But I think everybody is very aware of how good his social game is.
absolutely, of course, he's absolutely obsessed with Kat. But then again, he's also obsessed with Nicole. He's obsessed with everybody. Jess. He's obsessed with Jess. He's obsessed with Mike or Nick. And it's like, really? Come on, Tommy. It comes off as fake when you're obsessed with absolutely everybody. And I think a lot of them are starting to see that and feeling like it's not real sincere. So does that make his social game fake?
It's kind of like instead of going around making final twos with everyone, he's going around telling everyone, I'm obsessed with you.
And I love you.
And I love you.
He drops a lot of I love yous.
Yeah. So he's kind of doing the opposite.
And making future plans with people.
Right.
Yeah. The other thing that was interesting is really since Friday, if you've noticed, Jackson and Holly kind of keep to themselves. It's just the two of them together, which to some degree is not necessary. Well, yeah, they are doing that. With Christy and fucking Sis in the room.
Oh, Kim.
We talked about that.
When Mama Mickey says production is forcing her son to do all this stuff, Deb and I decided that production was under the bed pushing it.
Yeah, they were really not doing the horizontal bop at all. They were, it was a partial earthquake. I had heard, California had like an 8.6 on one side of the room and 1.2 on the other side, where they were talking about their poop habits.
I've got to get in on this poop talk. I hope when I go in the Big Brother house someday, I am with people that like to talk about poop, because I love talking about pooping and farting.
But I did post on Twitter. I know you do. I did post on Twitter. Jackson must not be very good, because there was not a sound out of Holly.
Girl, I had my earbuds in, and I had because you would get at least a
no
or something.
No.
She just laying there like she did.
There was no minor grunt, no groan, no nothing.
No, my neighbors think I'm religious.
They think that Debbie has got some kind of because she's across the street from a school that she's teaching some kind of Bible class or performing exorcisms.
Well, when you are screaming, "Oh God," I can understand where that would come from.
They think I'm very religious.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're laying in bed going, "Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph." Guess what?
Oh, looky here. Mars so sweet. I refuse to believe Allison ever pooped. Let me tell you something.
No, Allison does not poop.
I had a lot of fruit today. Okay.
Watermelon.
Fruit. Huh?
Watermelon?
I didn't have watermelon. I had pears, apples, strawberries, blueberries, and grapes. Do you know what that makes? Poop soup. Poop soup.
Mm-hmm. Fun. Bless your heart. But
anyway.
I'm sorry. I could not be getting made,
it on.
made mad passionate love to from behind, and listening to two girls having a poop conversation and not, number one, bust out laughing, which, you know,
I'd
that
be-
could kind of kill the mood there with Jackson, or not be going, oh my God, at least fake your interest in their conversation and work it into your fucking of the night or something. It's like, oh my God, you got, oh my God.
Do you know what Allison would be doing if she was in the bed next to them and they were doing, I'd be making farting noises. I'd be all like, be like, oh, that fruit. I would,
Air of the fucking though?
It's like, did Jackson have like the comforter stuffed in her mouth or something? I could not believe that she didn't even have a little teeny tiny squeal or something.
I have never, have y'all ever done it? Okay, let's just, you don't have to answer, but have you ever been in a situation like that where you've had to be really quiet?
Yeah, I guess. But
Probably my ex-in-law's house, and our bedroom was right across the hall from them.
But you made a tiny noise.
There,
You know,
there was at least breathing.
heavy breathing. Yes, at least heavy breathing.
and here's the thing. It just looked to me like he was just using her. It just looked like he's just doing it and she's just like, okay, just get it over. That's what it looks like to me.
That's
He could
exactly
have
what it
left
looks
the ball
like.
there for, except that would have made more squeaks than her, but whatever.
What did you say? What did you say, Kim? I missed it.
That he could have had a rubber doll right there doing it to the rubber doll, but that would have made more squeaks than Holly did.
A cat. Deb's cat was playing with a squeaky toy during the
Yes,
beginning.
I heard that, and thank you very much by stopping that.
That I didn't know if it was what was left over in my head from work today or if that was a real noise.
No, it was left over in your head. I need to get closer to the cat so she shuts up.
Other than that, though, as of right now, though, it's probably going to be either 5-1 or 4-2. Or I'm sorry, because there's no tie. Remember, Christy has a vote.
So are we sure it's going to be Kat then?
Yeah.
And I think that's the smart thing to do.
Absolutely, that's the smart thing to do. Because, okay, so I heard you guys talking about the new 6 alliance that formed. Okay, now keep in mind that Nick is the one who formed this group. Now, his reassurance to Nicole and to Nicole and to Cliff is, we are 3 and they are 3. So even with 6, we're still split down the middle. Even though he will hightail it over to Sis and Christy and Tommy in a heartbeat. And I hope they realize that, because he just did it to them this week. And it's going to be interesting if this gets slipped out at all to alliance.
Who the hell is she voting for? Do we even know?
She's more than likely going to vote to evict Cliff.
Yeah, which is pretty fucked up.
Well, I think that's more as a jury vote and showing of loyalty than anything else. Yeah, so more than likely she's voting out Cliff. She might be the only one voting out Cliff. Otherwise, it's going to be 4-3.
Does Kat have an inkling of an idea of what's going on?
I don't think so. It's just
she has a little bit of a gut feeling, but more important is because Jackson and Holly haven't talked to anybody. Jackson and Holly think that Cliff is going, or they did as of last night. They think Cliff is out.
So are people telling them that Cliff is going?
Nobody has told them anything. They haven't been around.
So they're just assuming?
They're assuming that Cliff is gone. So I do believe that the word will get to them that no, Cliff is not gone. Kat is gone. And more than likely, I could see them voting majority just because they don't want to be in the minority on this. But yeah. Or at least Jackson, I think, might vote majority. Holly might stick true to Kat.
Yeah.
We've got people in the chat telling us sex stories about having to be quiet.
Let's hear them.
You hear one?
Yep.
Miss Price 1017 said, when I was a teenager, my god sister's boyfriend used to eat her out in front of me, my boyfriend, and a friend of mine with her boyfriend. It was gross, and she stank so bad. Wow. Oh, I love this follow-up. Chris said, what the fuck?
The actual fuck. I mean, let's be real here, Chris.
Yeah.
There was a situation I was in when I was a teenager, and a friend of mine was dating a guy, and I didn't know what they were doing behind us, but when I caught kind of wind of it, I was like, oh, and I just got up and left the room. I mean, I just kind of was like, I don't want to be.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jersey Shore style.
I don't really.
Anybody ever watch Jersey Shore where they're in the same room?
Jersey Shore horror right here. I don't know if that's just this little Southern woman in me. I don't know what it is. I just feel like you need to have more self-respect and self-esteem and self-control and wait until you get out of the house. You can abstain from sex for 3 months. It can be done. Trust me, it can be done. I don't care how old you are. Calm down. You're in there to play a game. It's not, I mean, seriously, come on. I mean, you just, in life, just go in another room, go to the bathroom, do something, but be respectful enough for one another that what you're doing is something sacred anyway, and your body should be worshiped and treated like a temple. And if a guy or a girl is going to treat you like that in front of other people, they don't respect you. They're abusing your body, and you're allowing it to happen. So just don't do it.
Who's saying that's not mutual?
It's true. I'm just saying, I don't know if it's the little Southern woman in me. I just kind of feel like, don't let someone use you like that. If it's a mutual using, then I don't care. But if you don't want to do it, don't do it. I feel like Holly doesn't want to do it. She has voiced it several times. I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And she does it anyway. I don't get it.
She's a doormat.
She's
a doormat.
And she's going to see it when she gets out of there. I mean, we've all seen it already, but she's going to see it many, 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 many times. People will have that video all over her timeline. And she's going to, you just know, she's going to do one of two things. She's going to be like, hey, unring that bell, or, oh, but we're in love, or, fuck. Okay.
Kill me now.
And we all make mistakes, kind of thing. So she's going to do one of three things there.
Discuss it with myself for even turning the volume up.
Now let's be devil's advocate. Let's say you put me in there. You put me in the house, and then you put Sherlock Holmes in the house.
Well,
there's no way I could not like.
But would you do it with two girls on the other bed?
No, absolutely not. No,
exactly. And there is the difference.
No, I just don't. Yeah, that. Yeah, it would be a big problem.
Yeah, don't do, well, first of all, there's no way that they would not know what you and Sherlock Holmes were doing in that bed, because there's going to be noise. You're not having a Bible study. Okay. So I just feel like and plus you guys would know each other. I just feel like, I just think it's so just stupid to do that in a bed next to somebody, especially when they're awake and they're talking. I mean, you can't not have sex for 2 seconds. I mean, that's just, I hate it. I think it's tacky.
Why didn't they go to the have-not room? That's, you know what I mean?
Because then he would have had to walk through the room with a 2x4 between his legs.
I think we're giving them a little too much credit, calling it a 2x4.
Just saying.
Well, the two might be right.
As silent as she was, they ain't no 2x4 down there.
So anyway, when I was driving home, I was flipping back and forth between you guys so I could keep up with what you were already talking about and the live feeds. Now, Kat is actively campaigning right now, just so you know. She's not campaigning against Cliff, but she's campaigning for herself. But here's the problem. Kat has the same tune going that she's had going this whole time. Oh, but you know what though? I'm actually against. I'm going to be going after Jackson. You need to keep me in because I'm willing to go after Jackson. Honey, you didn't vote against Jackson last time, but that's beside the point.
That's what we said that.
Right now, you know what? She needs to change up the song and dance and the tune that she's dancing to because they don't believe her. You know, they know they're not that stupid, with the exception of Jessica.
Again, who?
You know, they're not going to trust her. Her best bet, to be honest with you, would be to say, you know what? Yeah, I did. I actually did know Holly before. No, I didn't know Jackson before. From what I understand, Jackson is following Holly on Instagram, but I don't think they've ever actually met. But yes, Holly and I have met in real life. Here's the deal. Who would you rather have Jack sleeping with for the next week? Me, Kat, or Cliff? Annalise will fucking drop her chicken suit to make sure that it's Cliff.
Why does she have a heart on for Cliff? I don't get it.
Honest to God, I would so be emphasizing the fact that I will be in the jury house without cameras for the next week with Jack.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna bang Jack.
Oh yeah.
You don't vote for me.
That's right.
I mean, I would not come right out and say that, but I would definitely have a lot of innuendo, and I might hint at that a little bit.
I heard he's big. Maybe I'll find out.
Just enough to freak out Sis, because if you freak out Sis and Holly and Jackson both vote to keep Cliff and vote to keep Kat and Jess, now you've got 4-3. Sis or Kat leaves. Kat stays, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have 4 votes for Kat to stay. All you've got to do is flip Sis. But she's
not gonna flip.
She ain't that smart.
No,
do you drop that last minute though? Because
you know what?
It would give too many people the opportunity.
If I knew that I had Jess and Holly and Jackson voting to keep me, I would probably mention that at the live eviction. I would probably go, you know what? And I totally understand if you guys want to vote me out. I'll be off to the jury house with Jack all alone for the next week with no cameras. Good luck, bye. Yeah. And all it takes is flipping Sis, and you've got 4-3, you're staying.
Do you think that would flip Sis, though? Do you think she would do that?
Yeah.
She's so useless.
She could panic. She could panic vote. Change her vote.
And she could do it thinking that the votes are there to keep Cliff anyway. So just so that she can say, yeah, I did not want her there with Jack. And then, I mean, you know, it's like voting for Mickey Mouse for president, where all of a sudden you go, shit, he won. She could surprise herself with that.
She's so freaking useless. Like, I don't even know. It's like I said, you may have heard me say, Kim, She made the comment that if Cliff wants us to keep him, then he needs to win something. And it's like, bitch, he has won HOH, Camp Comeback. What have you won? Because America hates you? Congratulations. No.
She won a punishment. She won a punishment because she couldn't even throw the competition right. That's how she won the punishment. She could not throw. But what's even funnier is, oh my God. So be looking at the feeds later on and wait till you see her laying on top of one of the yellow comforters. It's like playing Where's Waldo with Sis.
Yeah, she
blends in, and it's so funny.
So is she bitching about that chicken costume a lot, or is she okay with it?
Not really.
Not really. She's not happy that she has to have the hood part of it up. She would rather have her hair flowing and showing. And it's supposed to be long-legged, but she has it rolled up to her knees, so it's like Bermudas.
They can do whatever the fuck they want, apparently.
I think it bothers her more to chicken talk than the costume itself.
Oh, excuse me, what? Chicken talk?
Well, when the DR tells her that she has to make something, so for example, it's now time to make eggs Florentine. From that time until the time she returns the basket to the storage room, she can only brock. So she has to go out to the backyard, go into the chicken coop, sit down in the nest, walk, 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 lay an egg, go get the basket of eggs, go make whatever kind of eggs they told her to make. By the way, apparently she makes really, really bad poached eggs too. And she just learned how to boil water because she had to make hard-boiled eggs. And she didn't know how to make hard-boiled eggs. And they're having her made, she's had to make hollandaise sauce to make eggs Benedict. She's had to make poached eggs. She's had to make hard-boiled eggs. She had to make an omelet that she pretty much
deviled eggs. She had to make deviled eggs.
She had to make deviled eggs, and they walked her through those. She had to make eggs Florentine with spinach, and I guess that was pretty bad. But anyway, yeah, so she goes to the storage room. They tell her what kind of eggs she makes and how to make them. And then it's pretty funny to see how it actually turns out compared to what it's supposed to be. But anyway, so she's not allowed to talk the whole time she's cooking these. And if somebody else is in there with her, she has to walk, 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 walk. And they can talk to her, but she has to squawk back until she returns the basket to the storage room. Then she can go back to talking.
I have a devil's advocate here.
Okay.
So Kurt Runger from Memphis. Yay, Kurt. He says they're total idiots if they let Cliff stay. Let's entertain this for a minute. What would be, but if we had to give reasons, what would be the bad reasons for keeping Cliff? What would work against them if they kept Cliff?
Personally, I think there's no downside to keeping Cliff, because if Cliff goes, you've got Jess, Kat, Holly, Jackson on one side with Christy, Tommy, Sis, Nick on the other side. And then you've got Nicole sitting in the middle. More than likely, Nicole is going to go with the 5, with Nick, Christy, Tommy, and them, because she's got more of a relationship with Nick, and she's built a little bit more of a relationship with Christy. So then you're automatically, even with keeping Kat, you're in a 5-4 minority.
So Kat's got to go. I just.
And the other thing with Cliff
is, you don't know. It's too much of a wild card, and it's too much of a chance that you will win HOH.
And I think if you keep Cliff, you've got the possibility of Cliff, Nicole, Holly, Jackson, Jess being a 5-4 over here, with Nick flipping with them. Or you might possibly see them go to get rid of Jackson, in which case you've got Holly, Jess that can be absorbed by a Nick, Cliff, Nicole. than to make it a 5-3 at that point. I think there's more options for Nicole, more options for Cliff by getting rid of Kat.
Also, Cliff is physically breaking down. He's got several injuries.
He's already said he's playing up those injuries.
Yeah, but if it's mental comps, the physical part doesn't count. I mean,
but this next one, more than likely, if they follow suit from the last 2 years, this is going to be slip and slide this week.
Oh, I love slip and slide.
I love it when people fall. Can I just say, go on an ADD rant for a second here? I love it when people freaking fall. I have my friend Joe Smith and I literally, we don't even have conversations in Messenger. We just find gifs of people busting on their ass and send them to each other. We're currently trying to figure out how to do a show where we just watch videos of people falling and we laugh hysterically. Like, that's all we care about.
All I know is I know that they do the slip and slide the long way of the yard last year. Remember, they did it the short way?
Yeah, which was messed up.
And it was over with like less than 10 minutes after the feeds came back. It was ridiculous. So I have the feeling they might have learned from that because they hyped up the live feed so much, and it literally was less than 10 minutes. It was ridiculous. So I have the feeling it'll go back to being the long way. Cliff will struggle in that because even though he's playing up his arm being hurt, it's actually his leg that is hurt. So I think he'll have a tough time with that. Tommy doesn't get to play.
And I think he beats that.
Huh?
I think Tommy would beast that competition, but he can't play.
Somebody who's tall, like Fessy won it.
But he's a dancer, though. He can just slide.
Yeah, well, Raven showed that that's not true. And
sorry, I don't want to.
No, yeah, I kind of think Jackson could win it.
I think Jackson would have a good shot at it. I think.
That.
Huh?
Manifest that.
No, I think
just
Jackson
saying.
would have a good shot at it. I think that. I don't think Nicole's going to do good. I don't think Chris.
Sis could probably win it too.
I think Sis, because she is relatively tall. This is one Jack I think would have won for sure if he were still in. So it's a good thing. So therefore, I think it's going to be either Holly Jackson or Sis that are going to win it. And if Holly Jackson are in the lead, I can see them going, okay, you go for the money, I'll go for the HOH.
Oh, Tracy Burke says Sis may be Sis comp strong legs and aerobics. True, she's a soccer player.
Mm-hmm. As long as she remembers which one she's supposed to be filling it up.
Yeah, can we really? You know what I would love? I would love if somebody busted while doing this competition and farted at the same time. I was in a Chili's parking lot once with some friends about 20-something years ago, and we were this guy next, and we were just talking, and you know the parking spot, sometimes they have that cement little separation, you know, in between. He was talking and didn't see it, and he tripped, did a recover, but when he tripped, he farted, and then he kept walking, and he was stumbling and farting, and I almost died of a heart attack. I could not stop laughing. If somebody farted and fell during this competition, I'd be done. I'd be done.
Were you watching the other day when Jackson hugged Holly and kind of lifted her off the ground and she farted?
No.
Oh, yes. I seen that.
Did she fart or did she poot?
No, it was Sis. It was Sis.
Oh, it was Jack hugging Sis.
Yeah.
Before he left. It was last week.
But was it a fart or a poot? Was it a dainty little poot or was it a fart?
No, it was a fart. You heard it on this. It had
base to it. It was a fart.
Yeah, there was substance behind it.
Because there's a difference.
Yeah.
You could probably find that on YouTube.
I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. The flip and fart. That's right. We need a flip and fart. We'll just
But anyway, so more than likely, it will not surprise me because they did not announce a double eviction unless,
Yes, they have not.
huh?
wait, hold on. They said something. Remember about 2 weeks ago, Julie Chen Moonves said something about a double eviction. Do you guys remember this? And then it hasn't come up again.
Well, no, I don't think so. I think she talked with when, like in one of the post interviews that she might have brought up, you know, I know that you guys are anticipating a double eviction,
That's what it was then.
but
She said something about a double eviction, and it
but
never.
unless they have a rewind week, there's only going to be one double. They would have to have a rewind to have a second double or a buyback, but they're sure as hell. I mean, they're not going to have a buyback when they're not going to have Jack back.
You're talking about a battle. Do you think there will be a battle back?
I don't
Piano.
think so.
No, I
No.
think that's done. I think Camp Comeback kind of took over that, and I don't think it went the way the producers wanted. I don't think the field trip thing went the way the producers wanted. I don't think really anything has gone the way the producers have really wanted it.
No.
With the twists and games and whatever the hell. They've thrown in the towel. We don't even have have-nots anymore. Okay.
Well, that's another thing. Yeah. When I was driving home and you were like, since Jackson, there hasn't been, no, remember the week after that though, that Kat, Nicole, they were have-nots.
Yeah, but are there have-nots now?
No, not this week. I
don't get it. Like they sporadically pick a week to do it. It should be every week.
You know what? I think that if you're going to throw that shit around like that, do the food comp or do the America's Vote. Do you want kale and candy corn? Remember when America's Vote and they would have 2 foods, you had like 4 to vote from and 2 of them would be on the table when they came in and you could eat as much as you wanted of whatever was on the table plus slop. You could have all that and the condiments. And they had there was one week that they had like tuna and tofu or something.
Oh, like sardines and marshmallow fluff. I mean, it was just stuff.
Marshmallow.
I love marshmallow fluff.
I'd eat marshmallow fluff all day long.
I'd be farting.
So they had to get the insulin.
Right. Here's the thing, but they'd have to stab us all with insulin. Here's the thing, they don't. But one thing I'm glad they don't do anymore. I'm glad we don't have to sit through have-not competitions anymore. That was just stupid to me. It's just.
No, I kind of liked it because it was so random.
Didn't like it.
You know what? And the one year on, was it BB 10? I think it was 10 where they gave him a garden. Ultimately, they ended up killing everything in it, but they at least gave him a garden and said the have-nots can eat whatever's grown in the garden plus flop. And
I really like that. Have a little garden.
You know, I think they ended up getting a couple tomatoes and a head of lettuce or something stupid. But if someone had actually taken care of the garden, they had a lot of food out there. But unfortunately, nobody took care of it, and therefore everything died, and they ended up without all that stuff. But it's like either you have-nots and you have them eat slop, or you go back to adding the choice, have an America's Vote, or you do something so that the punishment is there. But if you think that slop alone is the only one who couldn't hack it is Jackson. Okay. He's the only one. So personally, I think they should. I'm not a big fan of slop anyway, just because I think it makes people lethargic and lacking energy.
Well, that's the point of it. That's actually the point of it.
Well,
it's supposed to be.
I thought that the point of it was to kind of rile people up and make them a little mad, so that, you know, to add drama to the house. You know, you add hungry people, you know, but instead it makes people lethargic
To be able to weaken. Yeah. can your phone it. The thing is that, let's say you're, oh, you can hear me?
I can.
You're frozen.
Just keeps on
You're frozen. It's
thing every once in a while.
It's that internet and the
Thing is, it could be used as a weapon. It could be used as a weapon. You know,
I lost her.
Well, while she's coming back, when's OTEV? When are they going to do OTEV?
OTEV was the last POV
Wait a
that
minute.
Tommy wanted.
Oh, so we're going to see that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes. I've been waiting for. That's another one of my favorites, when someone falls during OTEV, because Raven took a hit, Rockstar flat on her face. It was awesome.
Rockstar giving the answer to.
Oh God, Rockstar, what?
Yeah.
Where Deb? Poor Deb is stuck.
But Kat spent a lot of time crying in the bathroom because apparently it was Kat and Cliff to race up the hill to OTEV.
Uh-huh.
And Kat, I don't know if she threw an elbow or what, but she took out Cliff.
That's not cool.
And she wasn't doing it on purpose. And from what Cliff said, he kept telling her, he's like, you know what, we're competing, and it was either you or I. And he goes, I'd feel bad if I, pushed you out of the way and you got hurt too. But I'm not mad at you because we were competing. So,
right, yeah.
But apparently she was in the bathroom. She was crying. Well, not apparently, because I saw it, but she was crying for quite a long time. Welcome back, Deb.
Deb,
I don't know. I'm moving close. It says move closer to your router. So that's what I'm doing.
Well,
yeah, I guess she was crying because she was concerned that she had hurt Cliff, and Cliff was like, no, my injuries happened like in the first round of it, not because of you.
Well,
yeah, poor Cliffy.
Yeah. So far, because we got to wrap. I've got a big storm blowing through here right now. My power is doing some weird stuff. That's why I keep looking over. Here's the thing. I guess we do kind of need to wrap it up. I'm sorry, guys. Deb's dying. I'm about to die.
Dying.
Struck by lightning for something I'm sure I have it coming for. So right now, as we know, Cliff is staying and Kat is going. As of Tuesday evening at 8:14 Central PM time, excuse me, Cliff is going.
Yes.
Okay.
Cliff is going, or
no?
I'm sorry, Kat is going. Kat is going. I'm just so used to thinking Cliff is going.
No,
okay.
Right now, Cliff is safe. Cliff is being included as part of the 6 with Nicole, Nick, Christy, Timmy, Christy, Timmy, and Sis.
Little Timmy.
Yeah. And then that's leaving Holly and Jackson and Jessica on the outs.
Okay, real quick, Kurt wants to know who else has final 2s real quick. Who we have? Tommy, Christy.
Tommy and Christy.
Mm-hmm.
You have Kat and Holly.
Mm-hmm.
You have Nicole and Nick.
Well,
but who's the sure thing he wants to know? Who is the real deal that right now is a final 2?
Sure thing final 2s. I think that right now the sure thing final 2s are Christy and Tommy. Although I think if given the chance without looking shady, if it's not blood on his hands, I think that Tommy would be okay with Christy being gone. But
yes, he would.
But he's not going to do it at his hands. Therefore, I would consider that one a pretty solid one. Kat and Holly, I would consider a solid one, but that's not going to happen. What with Kat being voted out this week. And I would say Cliff and Nicole is a pretty solid one. Because I think that Nicole is potentially the only person that Cliff is the only person Nicole could potentially beat. So
I could see that.
Well, you never know. You never know. Nicole might win HOH and take out a big dog and make some big moves. You never, ever know.
okay, but the unwritten final twos, I think every single one of them wants to get Sis to a final 3 because she sure as hell is not winning any mental competition whatsoever. She's not going to win a puzzle. She's not going to win word puzzles. None of that. She is the epitome of a goat. Like people write fan fiction to make Sis the goat. She is the character for this. She got nothing going for her. She's the one you want to sit at the final 2 with. But will they do that? I don't think Cliff nor Nicole would do that. I don't think Tommy and Christy would do that. And I don't think Holly or Kat would do that.
Yeah.
Shall see.
So we will find out, but and who knows? It's still early in the week. Shit's going to happen between now and Thursday, but for the most part, it looks like Cliff's going to stay.
Be a strong 48 hours. Let's see what you never know. You never know.
And it's also going to depend on when they shut down. They might be shutting down the backyard tonight, especially if it's slip and slide.
Yes.
And it's going to be a good thing that they kept him if it is a slip and slide.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're going to have to wrap this up. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. I really, really appreciate it. Kim, thank you for coming in and saving us because Deb and I are struggling here. Look, we've had shitty days today. I can't even, I'm going to get struck by lightning.
I can't even tell you the shit that I had to do today.
I get Dr. Pepper out of a wine glass. What does that tell you? Okay. Anyway, thank you for coming on the show, Kim. We adore you. We love you. You're a great addition to the show. Everybody loves you. We love having
by the way, Kim, I did that that sequester thing.
Oh, that BuzzFeed quiz.
The BuzzFeed, yeah. And my sequester, I guess the person I'm supposed to have a relationship with on sequester is no other than the Kim Matina.
Oh, Bill, before I forget, Bill said, how does Deb feel about Kim and I being matched on sequester dating app? Sorry, Deb.
I was matched with her too. So, we could have like a trio.
We're having a big ass party at the winery. That's all there is to it, Bill.
Where do I do this?
We're both doing Kim.
It's on the sequester. Where is this?
Go to the sequester community. I think she put it in the sequester alumni, and I think she put it on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get.
Apparently, Kim is my woman.
Am I saying his name right? Probably not.
Nick DeLisi?
By the way, Bill. Huh? Nick DeLisi?
My sexy wink.
Allison's going to get on. She's going to get cast on Big Brother. And she's going to be talking about, she'll be yearning for Captain Obvious, but at the same time hoping for her HOH letter to be from Nick DeLisi.
That's right.
Nick?
Who would I want my HOH letter to be from?
Me? I want Jesse Larson.
Restraining order. I'm a restraining order from, I'm opening it up. It's going to be a restraining order from Nick DeLisi.
See, I would have to hear from like multiple people. I couldn't just get a letter from one person.
That most recent picture of Jesse Larson, he has built up that 6-pack abs. And where I said I could strum him before, holy shit, I can play a whole interlude now.
Is he going to be in Vegas?
I think so.
You guys going to be in Vegas?
I'm going to rub them.
Oh, I was competing with him before. In Vegas, I would rub him. Yeah. I'd play him from behind. And Bill Methling, make sure you mark off September 12th and 13th because I'm going to be in Chicago those 2 days.
Bill. I hope I match with Bill. I think that would be cute. I think Bill and I would be a cute couple.
He didn't play live, and she only put the live game people in.
I know.
I haven't read it yet.
Bill, you're my sequester husband.
I honey, I will cut a bitch. You know,
Cut a
Bill's
bitch.
my
Bring
man.
it, Beulah. I'm
Bill's
waiting.
my man.
Lit on DP on the rocks.
Bill
Don't
is
come
my.
at me.
Do you know we already have a hashtag? You know, we are
Oh.
Web.
Okay, then I'll just take
Don't-
Nick. I'll settle. I'll take one. I'm going to settle for Nick. I'm just going to settle.
Bill,
Okay.
Bill, mark off the 12th or the 13th. I'll be getting together with Dan next week, Dan G, and Serena to figure out what we're going to do and which night while I'm up there.
That's right. You guys
And
get
it will
together,
involve drinking.
take selfies, and send them to me.
Oh, it'll involve selfies and drinking.
Ooh, did y'all hear that? Listen.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
thunder.
freaking thunder. It just shook my whole house.
Okay, we're out of here. Bye.
You can
Okay.
find Kim at Matina down there on Twitter and Instagram, I think, right down the bottom. And then you can find Deb on her stuff. And I'm just certifiable tonight. I sounded it out. Actually, you can find me the.memphis.darling on Instagram, Twitter @Summers, SOMMERS 1977. Subscribe to My Weekly Meltdown on YouTube. You get notifications when we go live. Please like the Facebook page. Follow my cat on Instagram, Finley Zinsti, FINLEY S_INSTI. Okay. That's it. We will be back Thursday at 10/9 Central. Tyler's back. Remember him?
That's what I was thinking was 10/9 Central. You threw me off by 2 hours, Allison. That's why I was late. I'm sorry.
I put 5 Kim time. I might have.
I haven't been on at all today. It was a crazy day. So.
All right, it's fine. You're Kim. We'll let it happen. We're going to drag him all over the place. But we're going to do that anyway when he's back, you know.
I can't wait to see Tyler on next week just so I can.
Oh, it's coming. I can't wait.
I'm going to troll the chat.
Thank you. All right,
Yes,
guys.
please do.
We will see you Thursday night at 10/9 Central. Much love, Kim. Thank you for coming on. And Deb, as always, you're always here, and I appreciate you more than anything. Love you guys. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
My whole